Hey folks, Tim here from Rockout Videography with episode number 2 in our Minecraft Starship series. So, if you want to know what this is all about, you want to know why some guy in his 50s who's into audio, video production, and music is playing Minecraft and doing something like this, go back and watch episode 1. That explains what it's all about, what the inspiration is, what we're doing. Basically, I'm playing Minecraft with my kids, and we're having fun, and we're making cool stuff, and I'm a sci-fi nerd. That's the short version. So, anyways, this episode will be about the engineering systems on the ship. Quick side note, I don't know how the audio is going to come out until I upload this to the computer. The last one I was not happy with. I'm using a different set of gaming headphones, so hopefully it's not so bad. If it is, just guys, please excuse the audio. I'm trying to figure out how to get a better microphone to connect to my controller. I've tried hooking up one of the shotgun mics that I use for video on my video cameras. Theoretically, it should work. The connection should be the same, and I've got the adapter that I would use on my phone. It's not working. I don't know why. So if anybody out there can tell me what the solution is, I'd appreciate it. All right, let's get started. So engineering systems. Here we go. Let's go down and take a look first at the main engineering deck. And this is deck 5 of the Starship, which is mostly just engineering with a few exceptions. So from the entrance, the first room, this is the main engineering room. This is obviously heavily inspired by Star Trek Next Generation, Voyager. We've added these engineering consoles, and I'm going to point out that these carpets in the skin, this is what we're using to represent control surfaces. This is like one of the only complaints that I have about this skin. Everything looks really cool, but there's nothing that really accurately represents what like a control panel keyboard would be. But we've settled on this. On the podiums, that looks pretty cool. But the rest of it, we're just kind of stuck with this. So here you have your display panels for various systems throughout the ship. Right? And then we move on to the warp core. And Samuel designed this. It's really cool what he came up with. I really dig it. So this is how we get the main power for the ship. And how does that work? Well, up here on this level, you can see connected right there. These are the antimatter pods. And there will always be one connected directly to the warp core. And then here are the backup pods. When we finish the roof, the idea is that all this stuff could, in emergency, be ejected into space. They slide and move around on this track system that Samuel designed. Again, I want to give a shout out. He's really good at the flourishes and the details. I kind of come up with the ideas, and the stuff that I originally do is usually pretty basic, and then he comes in and he changes it, and he makes it look really cool, and this is one example of that. So antimatter enters from the top, and then it is combined with matter. And here's the matter storage tanks. Matter for the matter-antimatter warp core drive, matter for conversion to stuff for the replicators. And this is just, it's all full of rocks and dirt. Right? So, the way it works is like this. The main warp core converts or combines matter and antimatter and creates magical sci-fi bullshit energy, which then goes through this distribution node to this distribution node, and these are the main conduits that are going to eventually connect to the warp nacelles. So magical sci-fi bullshit technology and magical sci-fi bullshit energy will allow us to do magical sci-fi bullshit faster than light drive. Got that? Good. All right, so take a look at something else here. And by the way, everything on this deck right here in the engineering section, it's all symmetrical and it's mirrored. So there's a room just like this on the other side, and so on and so forth. Zombie llamas. Yes, part of the construction crew, as I called it in the last video. I have not figured out how to turn off the mobs. It doesn't really matter. So this is also connected to matter storage, and this is where matter is converted to data and runs out along these conduits. These are your freshwater storage tanks. So you can use a replicator. Oh, by the way, so yeah, this is from these matter to data conversion. This is where you get your stuff for your replicators throughout the ship. All right. So here's the water storage tanks. You got to have fresh water. The replicators can make hot Earl Grey tea or soup or whatever, but if you want to take a shower or a bath or have a swimming pool, or in the case of an emergency, you got to have fresh potable drinking water. And there it is. All right. Another one of Samuel's designs right here. These are the batteries. The big backup power storage batteries. You can see conduit coming directly from that distribution node, goes under the turbolift transport tubes to the batteries. And it's not showing on this side, but the batteries are connected to these conduits. So let's talk about these conduits real quick. These represent atmosphere, environmental controls, life support. The orange is data. These, the red and black, is power, and the blue is water, right? And you can see right here, water tanks are connected to these conduits. There you go. Water connected. These right here, there's one on the other side. These are the lungs of the ship, basically. This is your life support system. This is where carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, poison, whatever, farts, it's all converted into breathable oxygen, nitrogen atmosphere. And again, you can see it's connected by the conduit. So these conduits, they run the length of the ship, all the way to the front and back around again. And this is a distribution node. The conduits run through that, and you can see here, right, all the way through all the decks of the ship, up and down. At each level, these various utilities go through the floors and ceilings, distributed to the rest of the ship, to each deck, to the rooms. All right, so following this along, I don't know if you can hear that on the microphone. It's raining outside. All right, so here you go, data. So what's this connected to? This is connected to the main computer core. We'll take a quick peek at the computer core. Here you go, controls for the main computer core. Control room, right? How much data storage is this? I don't know. This is magical sci-fi bullshit technology. It's a lot. Whatever it needs to be, it's a lot more than that, right? This is a gigantic long-range exploration and colonization ship. We want to be able to store data for replicating all kinds of things. The entire Encyclopedia Galactica, whatever. It all fits in here. This is massive. All right, so these conduits, they run the length of the ship and all the way back around. Okay, so the transport turbolift tube system is under construction. At this corner, this is an area, so when the transport tube capsules want to pass each other, sometimes one of them has to kind of go to the side. So you're going to see that a lot throughout here. And that gives us an opportunity to take a look at the maintenance section. So right here again, deck 5. This is not engineering, this is maintenance. So what I actually was inspired by, what I thought about, if you've seen the Monsters Inc. Disney Plus series, the MIFT, Monsters Inc. Facilities Team. So the Minecraft Starship Facilities team. This is where their offices are at. These are workstations. Here's a replicator. There's going to be a break room, of course, in here like there would be in any area. Lots still to build in here, but connected to it, here we are back in the turbolift transport tube system again. This is a big area where things can pass each other and for storage. This is the main center horizontal shaft, which is connected to the main vertical shaft, which goes all the way up through all the decks, all the way down. There's all the doors to each level, right? And here is the turbolift transport tube system maintenance. So these are capsules right here in various states of disrepair, right? Here's a hole in the floor in one of them, right? So this is the shop where this stuff gets repaired. Here's all your control panels. Here's a big workbench. Here are several replicators where parts can be made. Probably need to have a bigger replicator somehow. But this room, then again, is connected to the other side. Turbolift transport tube system. And there we are. It's going to run all the way back to the main hangar bay. And here we are back at main engineering. So you're going to get to main engineering from the turbolift transport tube system. One of the capsules will open up, and there you are. We're back right where we started. Main engineering. I think that's it. That's an update for you guys. Right? Here's the other side, water tanks. Environmental controls. Environmental support. The lungs. Batteries. Matter to energy data conversion. Right? You get the idea. Antimatter pods. So that's the newest update. We got a lot done. A lot has changed since the last time. There's actually other parts of the ship we've worked on, which I'm not going to get into in this episode. So we're going to continue to work on this. As I stated before, it could take many months. It could take years. It just depends on how much time we have available to work on it, how long it's going to take. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, this thing is a mega structure. It's absolutely massive. There's a lot of work to do. 9 decks. There's still more to be built out on the back here. This is where the hangar bay is going to be, right? So if you're watching, thanks for watching the video. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of different stuff on here. Our main focus has always been audio, video production, and music, but we're doing easy cooking videos. We do gaming videos on this channel, of course. DIY stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of reviews of places that we visited, including restaurant reviews. There's going to be a lot of stuff on this channel, and it's no longer just a side hobby where we post sporadically content and go long periods of time without doing so. We're posting at least weekly right now in this month, and this is June of 2022. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, consider subscribing. We'd appreciate that. It reach our subscriber goals. Hit the notification bell, like this video. If you're watching us on Rumble, we're now posting on the Rumble platform. Follow us. You can comment there. Comment and let us know what you think about this video. What do you think about building a starship out of Minecraft? Do you guys have any ideas of things that we should do that you haven't seen yet, or things that should change? Just basic ideas. And you can also follow us on our Facebook page. We're posting several times a week on there on stuff that's going on. And if you'd really like to support us and help us make this a full-time gig, which is our eventual goal, consider supporting us on Patreon. We don't have any kind of donation limit, and we're already posting behind-the-scenes content for our patrons. All right, so again, thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next video.